Hey, hope this is gonna work. Doing things a little bit differently today. We're gonna take a quick walk. Take a quick walk. I just want to give you guys an update on what's happening here in the DR because it's my understanding that there's a lot of misinformation circulating about the state of the country and what's happening. So here's the deal. So we just had an election here, so we have a new president coming in a few weeks in August. And without going into all the political parts of it, I will tell you that, let's go down here. That's a really pretty walk down here. So the deal is that there's a curfew in place again now from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. every day. I think so. So I'm hesitating because there had been notice that the curfew was different on the weekends, so like from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. on the weekends, but I think that's only for certain areas. It's gotten really confusing. But so anyway, I'm just going to say 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. there every day. And there's also been reports that the beaches are closed here, which is not true. What's going on is that evidently the beaches in some areas are closed, but if your area is designated as a tourist area, the beaches are open. So for example, in my town of Las Terrenas, because there's just a significant number of tourists that come here, our beaches are open and there's no problem. Now they are requiring social distancing and all the precautions typical that you would expect at this point are in place. If you're going out, you're supposed to wear a mask when you're out. Obviously I'm not because there's nobody around me except for a car that's about to pass. Hola. But if you're in a place where there's other people, it's, you're asked to wear a mask. And I say asked because I don't know if it's really, I don't know if you get actually I think it is required at this point. Look at where I am, by the way. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. So pretty. It's one of my favorite little drives. To walk under this canopy of trees is pretty cool. So I will say required. Sorry, it's because it is a requirement. I think the DR is doing a good job of having these measures in place. So, you cannot go into a store here without a mask. Of course, if someone taking your temperature, they'll often offer you hand sanitizer as you go into a bank, a store, a grocery store, what have you. And even just walking around in the street, like a regular street, people have masks on. Like everybody has their mask on now. In terms of school, for those of you who have kids and maybe thinking about something to do with that, from what I understand, schools have the go-ahead to open in August or September, whenever it may be, with the appropriate precautions. And obviously that's going to differ from place to place, and parents' level of comfort with that is of course very individual, but become somebody. Evidently, that's a personal choice. Probably most parents are very happy for their kids to go back to school if they can do so safely. So I don't know. What else? But someone wrote to me today and said, "Oh, I heard the beaches are closed." And I was like, "No, they're not." I wasn't like in the water, but I was at the beach the other day, near the beach, and saw plenty of people like frolicking and playing in the water and having a great time, and nobody's bothering them. So. Little kids running around, families, lovers, friends, whatever. So in a way, life here feels kind of normal. And obviously it's normal under the circumstances, but I will tell you, I don't feel supremely like there's been a loss of my freedom. In a way, I just feel like I'm able to live my life in a really comfortable, pretty normal way. And that's because, number one, I'm not spending a lot of time outside, just randomly. I do what I have to do my little errands, put my mask on, whatever, go home. Like now, if I'm out, I'm in a place where I'm totally comfortable, being mask free. We're good. So I've been speaking with a number of you guys out there there's someone, actually a viewer, who's here right now and just secured a place to live. There are people who contact me and are looking for places, whether it's to come visit or come live. So life is going on. I would say please use precautions when you're traveling. Like, you know, Dominicans and the rest of us who are here don't want people bringing in stuff from the outside. I've heard that reports are greatly exaggerated in other countries with regard to hospitals being full and there's no more beds. I'd heard that was happening here. I'm beginning to question how much of that is true. You guys may have heard some of those same reports that, you know, it's really not what people are making it out to be. I'm not trying to suggest that there isn't something to be concerned about, that you should be cavalier about this. I'm just saying that there appears to be significant different stories going on about what's really happening. So you can decide for yourself, you know, where you stand on that. In the meantime, I would recommend, you know, obviously taking care of yourself, taking care of your families in however way that means. But certainly we wear masks when we're out, as I said, and feel fine. So just want to share that with you. Again, look at this beautiful, I love drives where there's like a canopy of trees. So look at this. Isn't that pretty? It's just lovely. And I think, you know, because I get to enjoy a place like this, I just take it for what it is. Just take it for what it is. And, oh, you know what? I wonder, you guys want to hear from, I wonder if this guy's Haitian. Let's finally hear from a real worker. I think this is the guy I gave some water to the other day when I was passing through here. And today he's under like a shady area, see? He's creating this ditch here. Maybe they're going to lay some type of pipe or something, I don't know, like water or who knows, electricity. But he was out in the sun the other day. And if it's the same guy, I had just bought a bottle of like really cold water and he had nothing. I was like, do you have any water? He goes, no. So I gave him my water. So if that's him, he might be willing to speak to us. Let's see. Vamos a ver. Está trabajando muy duro. Sí. Hola. Es el mismo tipo que yo vi hace unos días. Te di una botella de agua, ¿verdad? Ah, ¿era sí. A ti, recuerda? Sí, sí. Ok. ¿Ah? Ah. ¿Me recuerdas? Sí. Ok. Cuando allá lejos. Exactamente, mi carro. Ah, sí. Porque era el sol era muy, muy fuerte. Sí. ¿Cómo está? Bien, ¿y usted? Bien, gracias. Estamos bien, estamos bien. ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? Está poniendo tubo. ¿Tubo para qué? ¿Agua? Sí, agua y ahí va dos tubos. Uno de eléctrica. Ok. Y uno de agua. Ok. Estoy grabando un video que voy a subir en YouTube. ¿Está bien? Ah, sí. Okay. So he just told me that they're putting two tubes, one for water, one for electricity, and this is the same guy. ¿Te puedo hablar un poquito cuando estás trabajando? Sí. Okay, no tiene que parar, pero... No, está bien. Okay. ¿Cómo te llamas? Tamatuto. ¿Tamatuto? Sí, Tuto. Tuto, okay. Sí. ¿Eres haitiano? Sí. Pues, ¿te sientes cómodo hablándome de como la relación entre Haití y aquí? ¿Cómo se trata los dominicanos mayormente? Está bien. ¿Sí? Sí. ¿Verdad? Sí. Yo lo quito si quieres. Si quieres decirme algo. En el YouTube. Ajá. Sí, se puede quitar. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off because I don't think he's comfortable talking to me like on the record while he's on film. So I'm going to turn this off and I'll come back and I'll share with you, you know, what he says. He just told me, oh, they treat me fine, but I know a lot of times people are not comfortable discussing this, especially on film, so I want to respect that. So I'll be back with more information. Let's find out what he says. Okay, so I just got finished speaking to that very nice gentleman. There's another guy up here who I also believe is Haitian who's working, and I'm going to stop and talk to him. So I'll tell you what I learned just now is that, and I want to be careful because I don't know who sees these videos. I know a lot of people see them. Some people in town, some people across the world. I know I've been told I've got viewers in London. Someone wrote me from Kenya once. Somebody was in Russia, you know, but also a lot of people here in town. And I want to be careful because I know a lot of times, especially Haitians, take risks if they even show their faces, right? If they happen to be here illegally or not. Hola. Tú, hola. I'm gonna stop this guy talking to him. ¿Cómo está? Bien. ¿A dónde va? Ahí mismo. Pero viene, yo quiero grabarte. I told him I want to record him. Oh, he's not coming back, okay. He's like, I don't know you, woman. Anyway, so I want to be careful because, you know, if the wrong person sees them and wants to cause trouble, I don't want to cause trouble for anybody. And I just, you know, I respect people. I like to talk to people, as you see. And Anyway, so let's find out who this, not who, but you know, just find out a little bit what this other guy's doing. So the one guy, like I said, is laying pipes here for electricity and water. And then this guy is pruning the trees. So take a look. See all this stuff on the ground here? It's from the loose leaves so that, you know, they're not hanging and looking messy. He's done, I guess he's done these right here. So the stuff that's hanging right there is not ready to come down. But I suppose there's other stuff. Oh yeah, like these over here. So let's see. Some of the stuff you can see is just totally hanging off the tree and it's ready to come off. And they're doing a good job of keeping everything looking good. But for example, you can see, like on this tree, see how that piece right there is hanging, so he's probably gonna take that off. Yeah, and this one too, it's got a lot of stuff hanging. So he goes, look, he has like a stick with a hook on it. Oh, and look, it's a swamp over here. Swampy, swampy. Ew, that's mosquito central. Yuck. I wouldn't want to be in there. But I guess if you're a mosquito, it's pretty awesome. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Estoy grabando. ¿Quieres ser una estrella? En YouTube. ¿No? Te puede preguntar unas cosas. ¿Puedo? ¿Sí? ¿Sin grabación? Ok. ¿Prefieres sin grabación?
Yo no hablo mucho español.
Ah!
Je dois habler français.
Tu parles français?
Oui.
Moi, je parle un peu de français, mais il faut longtemps sans parler, alors si nous pouvons parler un peu. Ce que je veux savoir, c'est... j'ai des questions de comment sont les relations entre les Dominicains et les Haïtiens. Vous pouvez parler de ça ou tu sens pas... Comment tu te sens parlant de ça?
Entre les relations des Dominicains et entre Haïtiens.
Parce que j'ai entendu parler. So let me just say, I'm explaining in French now because he doesn't speak a lot of Spanish. What I want to talk about, the relationship. Alors, j'ai entendu parler de beaucoup de personnes et l'histoire nous dit qu'il y a une relation difficile entre les deux pays. Et maintenant, il y a beaucoup de Dominicains qui se maltraitent, on dit ça, se maltraitent aux Haïtiens. Et je veux savoir qu'est-ce que a été votre expérience avec ça?
Pour moi, ce n'est pas difficile entre Haïtiens et Dominicains. Parce que je vis en République dominicaine. C'est pas trop longtemps.
Longtemps?
C'est pas trop longtemps que je viens d'ici.
Combien d'années? Combien d'années?
Non, pas 5 années, environ de 4 ou 5 mois.
Oh, seulement?
4 ou 5 mois ici.
Okay, so he's only lived here between 4 and 6 months. Wow. Okay.
Oui.
Et se tratan, les Dominicains te traitent bien?
Oui, c'est
Really?
très bien. C'est très bien pour moi. Je ne connais pas pour les autres.
Okay, so he's saying he hasn't heard of it. Pas de problème.
Oui, pas de problème.
Il y a des Français qui sont les qui sont dueños, no sé la palabra, les propriétaires ici. Et ils se traitent... Mira, primero, je suis américaine, je n'ai pas de tout avec rien, personne ici.
Okay.
Alors, tu peux... I'm going to turn this off. Je veux quitter la gravation, la caméra, porque je ne veux pas que tu te sens... tu as peur, okay? So I'm going to turn this off because I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. Okay, so he's going to finish his work. And so he is newly here in the Dominican Republic from Haiti. He's been here just between 4 and 6 months. He's just worked at this job now for about a week. And they both said to me, when I asked them off camera, what's it like for Haitians in the Dominican Republic? They both said, yeah, there's some Dominicans who, you know, don't treat Haitians well. He said, but there's some who are also really good, really nice to us. I said, what about French people? Especially because they're Haitian and the Haitian-French relationship is also complicated. They both said there's some who are not nice and some who are really nice. So I think it goes to what I've shared on other videos. And by the way, I have 2 more coming up. One in which I am talking about this issue again. And frankly, I feel like this is the last time I'm going to cover it, because I've had a lot of people go, no, you didn't ask this question, you're being too soft, or what about this, what about that? And I feel like, listen, this is kind of the answer, you know? There is a history between these two countries, as we all probably know. Hang on, I'm picking up these balls right here. Hold up. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to pick up some balls to throw back over. There's some difficulty, obviously, historically, between France and Haiti, between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. But a lot of that is history, and a lot of people are not still stuck on what happened before. And I would recommend to all of us that whatever country you're from, whatever issue you're facing, meaning personally or on a broader scale, like in terms of society, that we begin to look forward and that we begin to heal ourselves from within and not continue to hold on to injustices, or I'll just leave it at that, injustices that may be happening, even within your own family. And I'm not saying that means, whatever, it's no big deal, it's okay what happened. There are a lot of things that are not okay. But to continue to hold on to the anger and the hurt instead of trying to let it leave us, I don't think helps, certainly not those of us who have been, victims of injustice, and that's pretty much everybody, one way or another. I think it's important to process that stuff. And surely if these guys, these Haitian people who have had tremendously difficult lives, are able to do that, we can do it too. So one of them told me, for example, that he earns 800 pesos a day doing very hard work, and that was the guy who was digging these ditches. And he said he works from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and 800 pesos is less than $10. Hang on. Right now the dollar's up. I want to get this other ball. I have to get this ball. Okay. So 500 pesos is roughly $10. Right now the dollar's pretty strong, so it's not even quite $10. So he's earning 800 pesos a day. That's very little money. I'm sorry, so that's over 500. I need to sit down and rest, I guess. So what is that? So plus 300 more. So it's like $15 a day he's making for doing this kind of work right here. Dig in this long ditch all the way down there, all the way around that corner where he was. And the other day I told you I saw him in the hot sun. Right now we got cloud cover and it's actually drizzling a tiny bit, so it's not as hot, but it's very humid out here. You can probably see me sweating a little bit. The other day he was in the broad sunlight, just hacking, doing the same thing. And I was like, brother, do you have any water? And I gave him some water. But he said, so that same guy said the place he lives, which is very nearby where I am now, it's a Dominican owner of the property, and he lives there for free, but his job is to take care of the property. And for that, he gets $2,000 a month plus free board. So 2,000 pesos, which is roughly $40. So, and he said, they're Dominicans and they're very nice to me. So it's individual. And you've heard other people say it's not just Dominicans as a whole are racist. You can't throw out, make that blanket statement about everybody. There's some who are nice, there's some who are probably really foul and who are stuck on, we look more European, and so we're going to straighten our hair and we're going to not want to get sun. And, there's all that. And then there are those who are just cool. So like I said, let's each one heal ourselves, not, assume that every white person is bad, every Jewish person, every black person is whatever way, anybody. How about we just deal with each other for who we are as individuals, okay? Got to go. Send me some love. Always sending it to you. Talk later. Bye. One more peek at this beautiful drive down here. Who's that coming? Here comes a moto. All right, you guys, take it easy. Next time.